Chapters 12 through 16 of the first book of the Kings, from the Young's literal translation. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Mark Penfold. Chapter 12. And Rehoboam goeth to Shechem, for to Shechem hath all Israel come to make him king. And it cometh to pass at Jeroboam son of Nebat's hearing, and he is yet in Egypt, where he hath fled from the presence of Solomon the king, and Jeroboam dwelleth in Egypt, that they send and call for him. And they come, Jeroboam and all the assembly of Israel, and speak unto Rehoboam, saying, Thy father made hard our yoke, and thou now make light some of the hard service of thy father, and his heavy yoke that he put upon us, and we serve thee. And he saith unto them, Go, yet 3 days, and come back unto me. And the people go. And King Rehoboam consulteth with the elders who have been standing in the presence of Solomon his father in his being alive, saying, How are ye counselling to answer this people? And they speak unto him, saying, If today thou art servant to this people, and hast served them, and answered them, and spoken unto them good words, then they have been to thee servants all the days. And he forsaketh the counsel of the elders which they counselled him, and consulteth with the lads who have grown up with him, who are standing before him. And he saith unto them, What are ye counselling? And we answer this people who have spoken unto me, saying, Lighten somewhat of the yoke that thy father put upon us. And they speak unto him, the lads who had grown up with him, saying, Thus dost thou say to this people who have spoken unto thee, saying, Thy father made our yoke heavy, and thou make it light upon us. Thus dost thou speak unto them, My little finger is thicker than the loins of my father. And now my father laid on you a heavy yoke, and I add to your yoke. My father chastised you with whips, and I chastise you with scorpions. And they come, Jeroboam and all the people, unto Rehoboam on the 3rd day, as the king had spoken, saying, Come back unto me on the 3rd day. And the king answereth the people sharply, and forsaketh the counsel of the elders which they counselled him, and speaketh unto them according to the counsel of the lads, saying, My father made your yoke heavy, and I add to your yoke. My father chastised you with whips, and I chastise you with scorpions. And the king hearkened not unto the people, for the revolution was from Jehovah, in order to establish his word that Jehovah spake by the hand of Ahijah the Shilonite unto Jeroboam son of Nebat. And all Israel see that the king hath not hearkened unto them. And the people send the king back word, saying, What portion have we in David? Yea, there is no inheritance in the son of Jesse. To thy tents, O Israel! Now see thy house, O David! And Israel goeth to its tents. As to the sons of Israel, those dwelling in the cities of Judah, over them reign doth Rehoboam. And King Rehoboam sendeth Adoram, who is over the tribute, and all Israel cast at him stones, and he dieth. And King Rehoboam hath strengthened himself to go up into a chariot to flee to Jerusalem. And Israel transgresseth against the house of David unto this day. And it cometh to pass at all Israel's hearing that Jeroboam hath returned, that they send and call him unto the company, and cause him to reign over all Israel. None hath been after the house of David save the tribe of Judah alone. And Rehoboam cometh to Jerusalem, and assembleth all the house of Judah and the tribe of Benjamin, 180,000 chosen warriors, to fight with the house of Israel, to bring back the kingdom to Rehoboam son of Solomon. And the word of God is to Shemaiah, a man of God, saying, Speak unto Rehoboam son of Solomon, king of Judah, and unto all the house of Judah and Benjamin, and the rest of the people, saying, Thus said Jehovah, Ye do not go up nor fight with your brethren the sons of Israel. Turn back each to his house, for from me hath this thing been. And they hear the word of Jehovah, and turn back to go according to the word of Jehovah. And Jeroboam buildeth Shechem in the hill country of Ephraim, and dwelleth in it, and goeth out thence, and buildeth Penuel. And Jeroboam saith in his heart, Now doth the kingdom turn back to the house of David. If this people go up to make sacrifices in the house of Jehovah in Jerusalem, then hath the heart of this people turned back unto their lord, unto Rehoboam king of Judah, and they have slain me, and turned back unto Rehoboam king of Judah. And the king taketh counsel, and maketh 2 calves of gold, and saith unto them, Enough to you of going up to Jerusalem. Lo, thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And he setteth the one in Bethel, and the other he hath put in Dan. And this thing becometh a sin, and the people go before the one unto Dan. And he maketh the house of high places, and maketh priests of the extremities of the people who were not of the sons of Levi. And Jehovah maketh a festival in the 8th month, in the 15th day of the month, like the festival that is in Judah. And he offereth on the altar, so did he in Bethel, to sacrifice to the calves which he made, and he hath appointed in Bethel the priests of the high places that he made. And he offereth up on the altar that he made in Bethel, on the 15th day of the 8th month, in the month that he devised of his own heart. And he maketh a festival to the sons of Israel, and offereth on the altar to make perfume. Chapter 13. And lo, a man of God hath come from Judah by the word of Jehovah unto Bethel, and Jeroboam is standing by the altar to make perfume. And he calleth against the altar by the word of Jehovah, and saith, Altar, altar, thus said Jehovah. Lo, a son is born to the house of David, Josiah his name, and he hath sacrificed on thee the priests of the high places who are making perfume on thee, and bones of man are burnt on thee. And he hath given on that day a sign, saying, This is the sign that Jehovah hath spoken. Lo, the altar is rent, and the ashes poured forth that are on it. And it cometh to pass at the king's hearing the word of the man of God, that he calleth against the altar in Bethel, that Jeroboam putteth forth his hand from off the altar, saying, Catch him! And his hand is dried up that he hath put forth against him, and he is not able to bring it back unto him. And the altar is rent, and the ashes poured forth from the altar, according to the sign that the man of God had given by the word of Jehovah. And the king answereth and saith unto the man of God, Appease, I pray thee, the face of Jehovah thy God, and pray for me, and my hand doth come back unto me. And the man of God appeaseth the face of Jehovah, and the hand of the king cometh back unto him, and it is as at the beginning. And the king speaketh unto the man of God, Come in with me to the house, and refresh thyself, and I give to thee a gift. And the man of God saith unto the king, If thou dost give to me the half of thine house, I do not go in with thee, nor do I eat bread, nor do I drink water in this place. For so he commanded me by the word of Jehovah, saying, Thou dost not eat bread, nor drink water, nor turn back in the way that thou hast come. And he goeth on in another way, and hath not turned back in the way in which he came in unto Bethel. And a certain aged prophet is dwelling in Bethel, and his son cometh and recounteth to him all the deed that the man of God hath done today in Bethel, the words that he had spoken unto the king, yea, they recount them to their father. And their father saith unto them, Where is this, the way he hath gone? And his sons see the way that the man of God hath gone, who came from Judah. And he saith unto his sons, Saddle for me the ass. And they saddle for him the ass, and he rideth on it, and goeth after the man of God, and findeth him sitting under the oak, and saith unto him, Art thou the man of God, who hast come from Judah? And he saith, I am. And he saith unto him, Come with me to the house, and eat bread. And he saith, I am not able to turn back with thee, and to go in with thee, nor do I eat bread or drink with thee water in this place. For a word is unto me by the word of Jehovah, Thou dost not eat bread nor drink their water, thou dost not turn back to go in the way in which thou camest. And he saith to him, I also am a prophet like thee, and a messenger spake unto me by the word of Jehovah, saying, Bring him back with thee unto thy house, and he doth eat bread and drink water. He hath lied to him. And he turneth back with him, and eateth bread in his house, and drinketh water. And it cometh to pass, they are sitting at the table, and a word of Jehovah is unto the prophet who brought him back, and he calleth unto the man of God who came from Judah, saying, Thus said Jehovah, because that thou hast provoked the mouth of Jehovah, and hast not kept the command that Jehovah thy God charged thee, and turnest back, and dost eat bread and drink water in the place of which he said unto thee, Thou dost not eat bread nor drink water, thy carcass cometh not in unto the burying place of thy fathers. And it cometh to pass, after his eating bread, and after his drinking, that he saddleth for him the ass, for the prophet whom he had brought back. And he goeth, and a lion findeth him in the way, and putteth him to death. And his carcass is cast in the way, and the ass is standing near it, and the lion is standing near the carcass. And lo, men are passing by, and see the carcass cast in the way, and the lying standing near the carcass, and they come and speak of it in the city in which the old prophet is dwelling. And the prophet who brought him back out of the way heareth, and saith, It is the man of God who provoked the mouth of Jehovah, and Jehovah giveth him to the lion, and it destroyeth him, and putteth him to death, according to the word of Jehovah that he spake to him. And he speaketh unto his sons, saying, Saddle for me the ass. And they saddle it. And he goeth and findeth his carcass cast in the way, and the ass and the lion are standing near the carcass. The lion hath not eaten the carcass, nor destroyed the ass. And the prophet taketh up the carcass of the man of God, and placeth it on the ass, and bringeth it back. And the old prophet cometh in unto the city to mourn and to bury him. And he placeth his carcass in his own grave, and they mourn for him. O my brother! And it cometh to pass, after his burying him, that he speaketh unto his sons, saying, At my death ye have buried me in the burying place in which the man of God is buried. Near his bones place my bones. For the word certainly cometh to pass that he called by the word of Jehovah concerning the altar which is Bethel, and concerning all the houses of the high places that are in cities of Samaria. After this thing Jeroboam hath not turned from his evil way, and turneth back, and maketh of the extremities of the peoples priests of high places. He who is desirous, he consecrateth his hand, and he is of the priests of the high places. And in this thing is the sin of the house of Jeroboam, even to cut it off, and to destroy it from off the face of the ground. Chapter 14. At that time was Abijah son of Jeroboam sick. And Jeroboam saith to his wife, Rise, I pray thee, and change thyself, and they know not that thou art wife of Jeroboam, and thou hast gone to Shiloh. Lo, there is Ahijah the prophet. He spake unto me of being king over this people. And thou hast taken in thy hand 10 loaves, and crumbs, and a bottle of honey, and hast gone in unto him. He doth declare to thee what becometh of the youth. And the wife of Jeroboam doth so, and riseth, and goeth to Shiloh, and entereth the house of Ahijah. And Ahijah is not able to see, for his eyes have stood because of his age. And Jehovah said unto Ahijah, Lo, the wife of Jeroboam is coming to seek a word from thee concerning her son, for he is sick. Thus and thus thou dost speak unto her, and it cometh to pass at her coming in, that she is making herself strange. And it cometh to pass at Ahijah's hearing the sound of her feet as she came into the opening, that he saith, Come in, wife of Jeroboam. Why is this? Thou art making thyself strange, and I am sent unto thee with a sharp thing. Go, say to Jeroboam, Thus said Jehovah God of Israel, because that I have made thee high out of the midst of the people, and appoint thee leader over my people Israel, and rend the kingdom from the house of David, and give it to thee, and thou hast not been as my servant David, who kept my commands, and who walked after me with all his heart, to do only that which is right in mine eyes. And thou dost evil above all who have been before thee, and goest and makest to thee other gods and molten images to provoke me to anger, and me thou hast cast behind thy back. Therefore, lo, I am bringing in evil unto the house of Jeroboam, and have cut off to Jeroboam those sitting on the wall, shut up and left in Israel, and have put away the posterity of the house of Jeroboam as one putteth away the dung till its consumption. Him who dieth of Jeroboam in a city do the dogs eat, and him who dieth in a field do fowl of the heavens eat. For Jehovah hath spoken. And thou, rise, go to thy house. In the going in of thy feet to the city hath the lad died. And all Israel have mourned for him, and buried him. For this one by himself cometh of Jeroboam unto a grave, because there hath been found in him a good thing towards Jehovah God of Israel in the house of Jeroboam. And Jehovah hath raised up for him a king over Israel, who cutteth off the house of Jeroboam this day. And what? Even now. And Jehovah hath smitten Israel as the reed is moved by the waters, and hath plucked Israel from off this good ground that he gave to their fathers, and scattered them beyond the river, because that they made their shrines provoking Jehovah to anger. And he giveth up Israel because of the sins of Jeroboam that he sinned, and that he caused Israel to sin. And the wife of Jeroboam riseth, and goeth, and cometh to Tirzah. She hath come in to the threshold of the house, and the youth dieth. And they bury him, and mourn for him do all Israel, according to the word of Jehovah that he spake by the hand of his servant Ahijah the prophet. And the rest of the matters of Jeroboam, how he fought, and how he reigned, lo, they are written on the book of the chronicles of the kings of Israel. And the days that Jeroboam reigned are 22 years. And he lieth with his fathers, and reign doth Nadab his son in his stead. And Rehoboam son of Solomon hath reigned in Judah. A son of 41 years is Rehoboam in his reigning, and 17 years he hath reigned in Jerusalem, the city that Jehovah chose to set his name there out of all the tribes of Israel. And the name of his mother is Naamah the Ammonitess. And Judah doth the evil thing in the eyes of Jehovah, and they make him zealous above all that their fathers did by their sins that they have sinned. And they build, also they, for themselves high places, and standing pillars, and shrines, on every high height, and under every green tree. And also a whoremonger hath been in the land. They have done according to all the abominations of the nations that Jehovah dispossessed from the presence of the sons of Israel. And it cometh to pass, in the 5th year of king Rehoboam, gone up hath Shishak king of Egypt against Jerusalem. And he taketh the treasures of the house of Jehovah, and the treasures of the house of the king, yea, the whole he hath taken. And he taketh all the shields of gold that Solomon made. And king Rehoboam maketh in their stead shields of brass, and hath made them a charge on the hand of the heads of the runners, those keeping the opening of the house of the king. And it cometh to pass, from the going in of the king to the house of Jehovah, the runners bear them, and have brought them back unto the chamber of the runners. And the rest of the matters of Rehoboam, and all that he did, are they not written on the book of the chronicles of the kings of Judah? And war hath been between Rehoboam and Jeroboam all the days. And Rehoboam layeth with his fathers, and is buried with his fathers in the city of David. And the name of his mother is Naamah the Ammonitess. And reign doth Abijam his son in his stead. Chapter 15. And in the 18th year of king Jeroboam son of Nebat reigned hath Abijam over Judah. 3 years he hath reigned in Jerusalem. And the name of his mother is Maacah daughter of Abishalom. And he walketh in all the sins of his father that he did before him. And his heart hath not been perfect with Jehovah his God, as the heart of David his father. But for David's sake hath Jehovah his God given to him a lamp in Jerusalem, to raise up his son after him, and to establish Jerusalem, in that David did that which is right in the eyes of Jehovah, and turned not aside from all that he commanded him all days of his life, only in the matter of Uriah the Hittite. And war hath been between Rehoboam and Jeroboam all the days of his life. And the rest of the matters of Abijam, and all that he did, are they not written on the book of the chronicles of the kings of Judah? And war hath been between Abijam and Jeroboam. And Abijam lieth with his fathers, and they bury him in the city of David, and reign doth Asa his son in his stead. And in the 20th year of Jeroboam king of Israel reigned hath Asa over Judah, and 41 years he hath reigned in Jerusalem, and the name of his mother is Maacah daughter of Abishalom. And Asa doth that which is right in the eyes of Jehovah, like David his father, and removeth the whoremongers out of the land, and turneth aside all the idols that his fathers made. And also Maacah his mother, he turneth her aside from being mistress, in that she made a horrible thing for a shrine, and Asa cutteth down her horrible thing, and burneth it by the brook Kidron. And the high places have not turned aside, only the heart of Asa hath been perfect with Jehovah all his days, and he bringeth in the sanctified things of his father, and his own sanctified things, to the house of Jehovah, silver, and gold, and vessels. And war hath been between Asa and Baasha king of Israel all their days. And Baasha king of Israel goeth up against Judah, and buildeth Ramah, not to permit any one going out and coming in to Asa king of Judah. And Asa taketh all the silver and the gold that are left in the treasures of the house of Jehovah, and the treasures of the house of the king, and giveth them into the hand of his servants. And King Asa sendeth them unto Benhadad, son of Tabrimon, son of Hezion, king of Aram, who was dwelling in Damascus, saying, A covenant is between me and thee, between my father and thy father. Lo, I have sent to thee a reward of silver and gold. Go, break thy covenant with Baasha king of Israel, and he goeth up from off me. And Benhadad hearkeneth unto King Asa, and sendeth the heads of the forces that he hath against cities of Israel, and smiteth Ijon, and Dan, and Abel-beth-maacah, and all Chinneroth, besides all the land of Naphtali. And it cometh to pass at Baasha's hearing, that he ceaseth from building Ramah, and dwelleth in Tirzah. And King Asa hath summoned all Judah, there is none exempt, and they lift up the stones of Ramah, and its wood, that Baasha hath built, and King Asa buildeth with them Geba of Benjamin, and Mizpah. And the rest of all the matters of Asa, and all his might, and all that he did, and the cities that he built, are they not written on the book of the chronicles of the kings of Judah? Only at the time of his old age he was diseased in his feet. And Asa lieth with his fathers, and is buried with his fathers in the city of David his father. And Jehoshaphat his son reigneth in his stead. And Nadab son of Jeroboam hath reigned over Israel in the 2nd year of Asa king of Judah, and he reigneth over Israel 2 years, and doth the evil thing in the eyes of Jehovah, and goeth in the way of his father, and in his sin that he made Israel to sin. And conspire against him doth Baasha son of Ahijah of the house of Issachar, and Baasha smiteth him in Gibbethon, which is to the Philistines. And Nadab and all Israel are laying siege against Gibbethon. Yea, Baasha putteth him to death in the 3rd year of Asa king of Judah, and reigneth in his stead. And it cometh to pass at his reigning, he hath smitten the whole house of Jeroboam, he hath not left any breathing to Jeroboam till his destroying him, according to the word of Jehovah that he spake by the hand of his servant Ahijah the Shilonite, because of the sins of Jeroboam that he sinned, and that he caused Israel to sin, by his provocation with which he provoked to anger Jehovah, God of Israel. And the rest of the matters of Nadab, and all that he did, are they not written on the book of the chronicles of the kings of Israel? And war hath been between Asa and Baasha king of Israel all their days. In the 3rd year of Asa king of Judah reigned hath Baasha son of Ahijah over all Israel in Tirzah 24 years. And he doth the evil thing in the eyes of Jehovah, and walketh in the way of Jeroboam, and in his sin that he caused Israel to sin. Chapter 16. And a word of Jehovah is unto Jehu son of Hanani against Baasha, saying, Because that I have raised thee up out of the dust, and appoint thee leader over my people Israel, and thou walkest in the way of Jeroboam, and causest my people Israel to sin, to provoke me to anger with their sins. Lo, I am putting away the posterity of Baasha, even the posterity of his house, and have given up thy house as the house of Jeroboam son of Nebat. Him who dieth of Baasha in a city do the dogs eat, and him who dieth of his in a field do fowl of the heavens eat. And the rest of the matters of Baasha, and that which he did, and his might, are they not written on the book of the chronicles of the kings of Israel? And Baasha lieth with his fathers, and is buried in Tirzah, and Elah his son reigneth in his stead. And also by the hand of Jehu son of Hanani the prophet a word of Jehovah hath been concerning Baasha, and concerning his house, and concerning all the evil that he did in the eyes of Jehovah, to provoke him to anger with the work of his hands, to be like the house of Jeroboam, and concerning that for which he smote him. In the 26th year of Asa king of Judah reigned hath Elah son of Baasha over Israel in Tirzah 2 years. And conspire against him doth his servant Zimri, head of the half of the chariots. And he is in Tirzah drinking, a drunkard in the house of Arza, who is over the house in Tirzah. And Zimri cometh in and smiteth him, and putteth him to death in the 27th year of Asa king of Judah, and reigneth in his stead. And it cometh to pass in his reigning, at his sitting on his throne, he hath smitten the whole house of Baasha. He hath not left to him any sitting on the wall, and of his redeemers, and of his friends. And Zimri destroyeth the whole house of Baasha, according to the word of Jehovah that he spake concerning Baasha by the hand of Jehu the prophet, concerning all the sins of Baasha, and the sins of Elah his son, that they sinned, and that they caused Israel to sin, to provoke Jehovah, God of Israel, with their vanities. And the rest of the matters of Elah, and all that he did, are they not written on the book of the chronicles of the kings of Israel? In the 27th year of Asa king of Judah reigned hath Zimri 7 days in Tirzah, and the people are encamping against Gibbethon, which is to the Philistines. And the people who are encamping hear, saying, Zimri hath conspired, and also hath smitten the king. And all Israel cause Omri, head of the host, to reign over Israel on that day in the camp. And Omri goeth up, and all Israel with him, from Gibbethon, and they lay siege to Tirzah. And it cometh to pass, at Zimri's seeing that the city hath been captured, that he cometh in unto a high place of the house of the king, and burneth over him the house of the king with fire, and dieth, for his sins that he sinned, to do the evil thing in the eyes of Jehovah, to walk in the way of Jeroboam, and in his sin that he did, to cause Israel to sin. And the rest of the matters of Zimri, and his conspiracy that he made, are they not written on the book of the chronicles of the kings of Israel? Then are the sons of Israel parted into halves. Half of the people hath been after Tibni son of Ginath, to cause him to reign, and the half after Omri. And stronger are the people that are after Omri than the people that are after Tibni son of Ginath. And Tibni dieth, and Omri reigneth. In the 31st year of Asa king of Judah reigned hath Omri over Israel 12 years. In Tirzah he hath reigned 6 years. And he buyeth the mount Samaria from Shemer with 2 talents of silver, and buildeth on the mount, and calleth the name of the city that he hath built by the name of Shemer, lord of the hill, Samaria. And Omri doth the evil thing in the eyes of Jehovah, and doth evil above all who are before him, and walketh in all the way of Jeroboam son of Nebat, and in his sin that he caused Israel to sin, to provoke Jehovah God of Israel with their vanities. And the rest of the matters of Omri that he did, and his might that he got, are they not written on the book of the chronicles of the kings of Israel? And Omri lieth with his fathers, and is buried in Samaria, and Ahab his son reigneth in his stead. And Ahab son of Omri hath reigned over Israel in the 38th year of Asa king of Judah, and Ahab son of Omri reigneth over Israel in Samaria 22 years. And Ahab son of Omri doth the evil thing in the eyes of Jehovah above all who are before him. And it cometh to pass, Hath it been light his walking in the sins of Jeroboam son of Nebat, that he taketh a wife, Jezebel daughter of Ethbaal king of the Zidonians, and goeth and serveth Baal, and boweth himself to it, and raiseth up an altar for Baal in the house of the Baal that he built in Samaria? And Ahab maketh the shrine, and Ahab addeth to do, so as to provoke Jehovah, God of Israel, above all the kings of Israel who have been before him. In his days hath Hiel the Bethelite built Jericho. In Abiram his firstborn he laid its foundation, and in Segub his youngest he set up its doors, according to the word of Jehovah that he spake by the hand of Joshua son of Nun. The end of chapters 12 through 16. Recording by Mark Penfold.